game, get your play. Hey, keep it real, I ain't one for it. Beat it up the court case, had a going for it. So I'm on it, fell the thing, now raise up the whole yard. And my lawyer like, oh Lord, this is attorney at it, no charge. This little brother ain't true, going through the streets. Mine is at the love, what is small ish? Bounce back up the rebound. You can take out the heat now. Baby, let me have the leash now, teaching in the streets now. I'm on the house, truck up, started in the east now. Look, tip on my feet. Tip on my feet, yeah, tip on my feet, tip on my feet, tip on my feet, yeah, tip on my feet. For the right man, 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 tip on my feet, tip on my feet, yeah, tip on my feet, tip on my feet, tip on my feet, yeah, tip on my feet. For the right man, 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 man, I just want to see my enemies fall. Yeah, hey, yo, I just wanna pop. So my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna pop. Forget them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna pop. And I hope you fall too. And everywhere I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna pop. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna pop. Trying to feel my own skin, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Just start a couple business on it. Fuck getting even, never shitting on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my rear view. Cold rolls while I still through. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes. And all you fuck niggas just gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna pop. For my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna pop. Forget them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna pop. And I hope you fall too. And everywhere I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna pop. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna pop. Get up out of bed, homie. Got killers with them rounds on them. Good like a bed on the drum. Maybe we can rain down on them. I can give a fuck if you rock blue. And I will soon run through the book down crew. Pop these shooters every time we march. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me. Just know the brotherhood is protected. Put another phone in your chest. 2 minutes, you just didn't see it been molested. 9 seconds, soldiers off the block like it's tested. Know the truth is you, stand raining in your ears, want it. If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna pop. For my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna pop. Forget them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna pop. And I hope you all too. And everybody gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna pop. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna pop. Yeah. Saw the children. You grow with parents strung out on drugs. Yeah. I just wanna pop. Hope you do too. And I hope you do too. Yeah. Man, to the brother that had a rib. And she left him for whatever reason. Yeah. I just wanna pop. I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, they had that nigga leave. Yeah. Nigga, I just wanna plow. So my niggas is locked up. I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see a lot of that. Yeah, I just wanna plow.
Got a black on black when you want it.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakathum to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Ilatah Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to the sisters. This is the California Isupk Lashawan Qadash class. The Lashawan Qadash stands for Holy Tongue. The Holy Tongue was given to us from the Lord. It is not interpreted the same way that the Christian church interprets. It's not that running around cackling, making all this noise running down the aisle. That is not biblical. What's biblical is the holy tongue, which we teach in the Isupk, which is the Lashawan Qadash. It's an actual language that can be interpreted. I know when you were in the Christian church or whatever, the Catholic church, when they said the holy tongue and they were doing all those things, it made it look kind of ritualistic. That is not it. The proper teaching is a language. It's a language from the ancient Hebrew, that which was taught to us by the Lord. The Lord gave us that. This is our holy tongue. If you're a black, Hispanic, or a Native American, so-called Native American, Salakia, this language was given to you, and you should learn it. You know, the Lord says, study and show thyself approved. I'm paraphrasing. That's from 2 Timothy. But yeah, you can go ahead and start getting into class. If you can, like and share the class so other people can be edified. It's good to go ahead and learn your language. It's a beautiful thing to embrace your heritage. Well, if you attend classes and you start hearing the prayers come out in the Lashawan, it seems like it resonates more to our spirits because it is our language. But I'm going to go ahead and go into the alphabets first. I'm going to go into the ancient, and then I'll go into the Assyrian. So if you have a paper or pen and you want to follow along, that's Tawah, which means good. You know what I'm saying? And what was I going to say? Our classes are from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. If we have classes all week, from Tuesday to Saturday. Our Tuesday to Friday classes start at 7 p.m. They end at 9 p.m. Our Sabbath service, the time kind of varies. You have to kind of get with an officer, but I know it's from either 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. I could be wrong, but if you just stay updated with us, and we'll get that time in order. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this, and we're going to go straight into the alphabets. I'm going to have Trooper Sawab come up here, and he's going to start with the ancient, and then we'll go into the Assyrian. And from there, I do my vocabulary. I'm still going through the vocabulary today. So if you have any names or anything that you want to know, just go ahead and put it in the comment board. But if you do want a chart, go ahead and put that in the comment board. I can send it to you via Messenger, or if you're on YouTube, I just put your email in, and I'll try to send it to you so you can follow along. You take it home, and you can study it and get sharper on it. What you want to do, you want to wake your game up when it comes to your heritage. We've been stripped of our heritage, from our language to our culture and a lot of different things. And like the Lord says that we are the salt of the earth. I believe that's Matthew 5 and verse 13. We are the salt of the earth. We bring this earth flavor. But the thing is, we have to get some of our flavor back as far as the way we speak, the way we live, the way we're supposed to live, the way we're supposed to treat each other. That's why you have to get in this Isupk and learn how to be a good brother, learn how to be a good sister, learn how to be a soldier even. Because you are a soldier for the Lord. If we were called to be priests, the men of the 12 tribes. So what you have to do is you have to get back in here and sharpen it up, because we have to wake all Israel up.
That's right.
So we can be a right people. You want to love your brother as thyself. You don't want to treat each other like we're individuals and we're crabs in a barrel. That is not how the kingdom is going to grow. You see all these other nations, they're in high places because they come together.
That's right.
And the 12 tribes need to come together. We need to stop being individuals. I don't need my brother to be a Hispanic brother. I don't need my brother to be a so-called Native American. We all need to be brothers together. These 12 tribes are of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. So this is what we need to be.
That's right.
So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. And we're going to start with the alphabets, and we'll go from there.
That's right, sir. If I could.
Go ahead.
If you're saying it's commanded by us to come together. They're
Right.
2 and 1. All ye nations of desire to come together. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we can't do our own thing. If you're doing your own thing, you're not following that commandment. You're doing your own thing. Then with the Lord commanded.
That's right, man. That's right. Like he said, it says all the nations that are not desired. We are not desired people in here. You see, they got our people in cages. They got our people packed in prisons and all the things because we're not desired here. But in the Isupk, if you're a black, Hispanic, and Native American man, you are desired, man. You are real royalty to this earth, man. You have to learn how to Wear your crown. You have to learn how to wear your crown. That's why it's good to come in these classes and get understanding of who you are. You ain't no Crip, you ain't no Blood. You're not no Sereno. You're not no Norteño. You're not with all these bywords that they gave us to kill each other. Man, we are the 12 tribes of Israel, and we got to build this kingdom back. But this is how you start, man. Studying, knowing who you are as a person. Learning this holy tongue. This holy tongue, this is biblical. This is what the Lord gave you.
That's right.
Why would you be mad at somebody trying to teach you something that they stripped from you? They beat it out your ancestors. They beat that out your forefathers, your forefathers. You know, and they gave them Spanish. They gave them English. They gave them patois. They gave them French. They gave them all these other languages that have nothing to do with us. This holy tongue, this Lashawan Qadash, is biblical and is for you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be speaking this in the kingdom. But I'm going to go ahead and erase this, and I'm going to let the brother come up, and he's going to go ahead and write out the ancient Lashawan for you. Hey, the water, sir. A lot of people will probably be thinking, where is this coming from? I'm going to show you the scripture. Acts chapter 26, verse 14. And it reads, "And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speak unto me, saying, in the Hebrew tongue." See, that voice was the Lashawan Qadash. That voice was coming from the angels, ordained by the Lord. It was speaking in the Lashawan. So we have to get back to our holy language that we were taught from our foremothers and our forefathers. This is biblical. It's not just something that we teach because we want to, man. This is very biblical. I can read you another verse from Zephaniah. Let me go ahead. I believe it's Zephaniah real quick. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. And it reads, "For then I will turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent." That pure language that they were speaking about is the Lashawan Qadash. That is the language that the Lord said that he would turn to us. And he said it was going to be a pure language. So you got to understand this language is holy. This language is for us. When the word holy means separate. This is different. This isn't nothing like your English language. It is nothing like that. And it's a pure language that was given to us by the Lord. Hey, shalom, Rigo, man. Shalom, Karabashah. This language is given to us by the Lord. So it's a beautiful thing that we sit here in these classes and get edified. You know, get to know your heritage, know where you come from, what language your people spoke, how you lived. So that's what we're gonna go back to that. You know, we don't want to have to be out here thinking that we're somebody. Oh, I got so many degrees and not be able to love my brother. How do I got all these degrees but I can't help my people in the streets? I'm not waking my people up. You know what I'm saying? You should this holy tongue. This is biblical. This thing is supposed to. This gives us refuge. The Isupk gives refuge to the brothers on the corner, that killer, that prostitute, that drug dealer. And it shows you don't have to be a drug dealer anymore. You don't have to be a prostitute, sis. You don't have to be no stripper. You don't have to be no gangbangers. Man, you could be who you need to be, and that is a soldier for the Lord. That's where you have to wake your game up. Stop being weak to these things that these things in the world. You gotta understand that you are more to the Lord. You are very important. I just want to put another scripture for you. Let me see. Oh, man. That's Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. Hey, you think you can pull that for me? You got your sword with you? Bear with me. Just trying to pull a couple scriptures. Oh, that's Ecclesiastes 7:7. I want to show you all these things that the world got to offer to you, and it's not good for you. All these wicked jobs, these things that we do because we want money. You know, we think because we get a certain amount of money, we don't have to love our people. 7:7. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Yeah, you can go ahead and read it whenever you find it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
See, the oppression of the black and Hispanic native and the Native American man, they're out there angry. You see some people smiling, it just seems like they're not. You go to Christian church, everybody's happy. Happy for a brother being gunned down in the streets. You got brothers like Charles Barkley right now talking, saying, he's trying to justify the police killing a sister that could have been his sister, somebody's mother who could have been like his sister who has children. I'm not going to say his mother or somebody's mother. He justifies that. But it should make you mad because we look at the hell that we're living in just because, and that's just why I said we cannot think like individuals. He thinks because he lives in the hill, he has a white wife, that he's better than the average brother on the street, when in fact he's nowhere near better. Can you keep reading that?
And a gift destroys the heart.
Like I said, these people, they get this money and they feel like they're better, but in actuality, what does it do?
Destroys the heart.
It destroys the heart. So you think because you got money, you think you're a better brother. In actuality, you're not being a brother. You're not taking care of your family. The Chinese people, somebody dies, they get a Chinese person, a woman got killed in her apartment, and her husband, who was legally carrying a firearm, decided to shoot at an officer, and the police actually shoot it and kill his wife. Believe me, all Chinatown is gonna raise hell, and they're gonna come to that. They're gonna come to America and let them know, look, you did something foul. We're not going for it, and that's how we need to be. We don't need our so-called celebrities in the black community speaking out, thinking they're defending some man. You don't need to defend. If you can't say nothing, keep your damn mouth closed.
That's right.
If you're not going to be for your people, you against your people. Yeah, and you need to be, because everybody, other heritage, they're going to stand for their people. So that's why a gift destroys the heart. Yeah. You know something?
Yes, sir. I just agree with you on that. You know, Charles Barkley used to be one of my favorite basketball players. So I started hearing him speak like he's speaking now, and this stuff I be hearing. Like, man, bro, he already by marrying that K9, he already joined on to another race, so he shouldn't even have the opportunity to speak anything for the black race. Right. Because he doesn't represent us. He joined on to them. He serves them. We roll with them. He part of that. Until you drop off that, man, he shouldn't even be allowed to speak for black people.
Exactly. And that's heavy. You shouldn't even be able to speak. Keep your mouth closed. Let the Isupk speak. Let Commanding General Yohana speak. Let the men under him speak. But you, Charles Barkley, as long as you was accepting their money and you think you just like them, you need to keep your damn mouth closed. Be like them, because I guarantee one of them Edomites speak up, that everybody going against on their necks. We speaking on it. We see what's going on in captivity. Man. Go speak about what Trump is. When Trump didn't, he told the white supremacists to stand back and stand by. That's what you do. You stand back and stand by when you need it. And right now, our community, the so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanic, the Native Americans, don't need you.
That's right.
You know what they need? The Isupk. They need to be in class learning this holy tongue. They need to learn who they are. Because right now, with the money that you got, they're thinking, oh, once I get to the top, I ain't gonna worry about it either because I'm gonna have some money. But everybody ain't gonna make it to the top. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some people at the bottom. And right now we need to. The Isupk is here to lift up the people from the bottom, raise them up. Them is the real people, the strong people that's really suffering. We don't need no brother who's paid, who don't even care about nothing. That's why the Isupk is very important because we go ahead and get the sick, the fatherless. You know what I'm saying? The brothers out in the streets, on the street corners. Where do you think they find us at? We on the street corners waking our people up. And with this Lashawan Qadash, this is waking our people up. But I digress, Salakian. I just went into something else. But I'm going to go ahead and go into the sounds. This is ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka. You see this CHAA? It gives more, there's a sound that's similar to the ka, but this is ka. This is the ka. Ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, kwa, wa, ra, sha, ta. And those are the sounds. The difference between the Lashawan Qadash and the English language is a lot. This is our holy tongue. This is from 12 tribes. And we've been stripped of it, and we've been given the English language. But when it comes to writing it in the literature, in the English language, it is written from left to right. In the Lashawan, we write from right to left.
That's right.
That's how it is written. It's written from right to left. I'm going to go back into the sounds. Like I said, if you guys need a chart in front of you so you can be easier edified, maybe you want to take it home and write. But if you want to take a pen and a paper, by all means, it's a good thing to learn along with the class, and you can write it out as you see a brother wrote it out. You know what I'm saying? But if you want a chart in front of you where you can practice writing it, you know what I'm saying? I'll put it in the comment board, and I'll send it to you via messenger. Or put it in YouTube and put it on YouTube. Leave your email, and I'll get it back to you as promptly as I can. I'm gonna go back into the sounds. This is ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, kwa, ra, sha, da. And that is how it is written in the ancient. After this, we'll go into the Assyrian. I'll give you a couple of minutes so you can go ahead. If you are copying, man, by all means, if you can, like and share the class, the WADA, in advance. That means thank you. You know, the WADA means thank you. It's a beautiful thing because when you get in the Isupk, you start really learning your heritage. We use these words. You know what I'm saying? A brother might say Tawada, another brother might say Ayanabar. The Tawada means thank you, and Ayanabar means it means welcome. So you start speaking these things with your people. You start saluting your brothers and your sisters. You'll see once you start coming into these classes and getting properly edified that we do things like the Bible. You know, when you come to the Isupk, it's not like the Christian church. You don't just leave here and go back into sinning. I mean, some people do, but that's them dropping their sword. But when you're in this class, when you're in here, you learn how to be a proper brother, a righteous sister. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to carry your sword. You learn that you gotta love your brother as yourself. So loving your brother as yourself is not Sister Mary walking in the church and Sister Jan is talking about her hat is bigger than her hat, hating. That is not biblical. That is actually wicked. You know, and it's not like you see the sister running down the aisle saying, da, 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 and, you know, and they shaking and everybody falling out. Somebody putting a cloth over. Somebody touching your damn head falling out. Somebody would touch my head. Now, I would not let you touch my head if I'm going to fall out. You might go in my pockets and rob me. So that's why, and it's not biblical. That is not biblical. That's some wicked stuff, man. But it takes you to come into the class and get proper understanding because that language must be interpreted. And they ain't actually saying nothing. The Lashawan is an actual language. The holy tongue is an actual language. And it can be interpreted. You know what I'm saying? You can learn it. That's why I'm teaching it right now. So don't get it confused with Christian church because Christianity is just like saying the Antichrist. They go against everything that's nothing to do with the Bible, have nothing to do with the Lashawan. They do what they want to do. You go to the Christian church, they'll read the Bible, but do everything against it. The Bible might say, oh, you cannot eat pork. You cannot eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You cannot be a man sleeping with men. But what do they do in the Christian church? You got Christian bisexual men. You got, last time I went to a Christian church, there was a stud in the church. And not even when I was in the world, I'm like, the pastor ain't going to tell her nothing about being a stud who likes women. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to say nothing. Oh, because she's giving her tithes and offering. Man, I'd rather not get them tithes and offering and get your obedience, man. Learn how to obey the Lord. Do not be against him. Don't come in and say you serve him and do everything he tells you not to do. That's being the Antichrist. So I'm going to go over the Psalms one more time, and then we're going to erase it, and then we'll go into the Assyrian. It's like, yeah, I'll be going deep sometimes. The sound, this is Ah, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Da. And those are the sounds once again. I'm going to go ahead and erase that, and I'm going to have the brother come up and write in the Assyrian. The Assyrian is almost we would call it the bastardized language, like the Yiddish. This is what you see those so-called curly-haired, baby-liking Jews over there in Israel that are not Jews, but are the synagogue of Satan. That's in Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. If you read that, it teaches you that those people who claim to be Israel are not.
That's right.
They are not. They're the synagogue of Satan. And those people hold themselves mighty, believe me. And that's how we don't need to be them, because they are stealing our heritage, but we need to do as what we are supposed to do. Like when it comes to these other nations, when the Germans did all that to the Jews, them Jews, if you was a 95-year-old German and you had something to do with them and them so-called gas chambers and all that stuff that happened to them, they'll put you in jail in a wheelchair. So this is what we have to do. We have to hold our so-called, our enemies accountable for the things, the heinous crimes that they do to the black man, the Hispanic man, the Native American man. Hold them accountable. Love your people. Stop being against your people. Learn your heritage. Learn where you come from. That's biblical. Don't be against your people.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to erase this, and we're going to go ahead and go into the Assyrian. You want to come up here and write the Assyrian out?
Talking just about the truth, how we can't be against our people. I said that was what that Paul's going through was Saul going to Paul,
Right.
going out persecuting Christians, and as they had to be changed. I was just thinking about that when he was saying, "Oh, that's what came to my mind."
Exactly. Exactly. We can't go against our people. We got to wake our people up. Show them their transgressions. That's what we have to do. So a brother knows how to be a better brother. A sister knows how to be a better sister. Okay. You know, it's a beautiful thing to get this information out there, man. If you got time and you're able to sit in these classes and write it out, that's Tuah. You know, sometimes you have to sacrifice for yourself. And this is not even a big sacrifice. It's something that you should want to do. You should want to learn these classes. I need some of this water, sir. That's true. I'm getting back on my exercise.
Yes, sir.
know if you guys can see everything clearly. I know it kind of looks a little small on the page, but it looks clear to me on my end. Not too sure. Let's see. Yeah, but I understand this is our language. This is a pure language that we are supposed to know as people. We'll give you another scripture. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord says we are a holy people. That's why you see the Lashawan Qadash. That's the holy tongue. It's holy because we're a separate person. Hold on. This is the water surge. Hey, Ayana Bar, man. Yeah, kind, man. You gotta get physically fit, spiritually fit. All those things are Tawab. I see you though. Yeah, it says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord says we are a holy people. We are a separate people. But I believe you, we got a separate language, which is the Lashawan Qadash. That is our language given to us by the Lord. And can't nobody take it from us. We are, the Isupk is putting it back out there so our people can get proper understanding of their language, where their language came from their forefathers, their foremothers, what they spoke before they got here, what they were stripped of. The difference between the ancient and the Assyrian has a double character. If you have a chart in front of you, it makes it a little bit easier, but you can see that there's a double character in the Assyrian Salakia. There's a beginning character and there's an ending character. The beginning character can be used in the beginning and the middle of a sentence. The last character that you see, which has a double character, can only be used at the end of the word. And I'll show you as we go through the vocabulary how it is used. So you can get proper edification on how it is used, these double characters. Again, if you guys can like and share the class, that would be Tawab. We want other people to be edified on these classes, get your proper understanding, so you can learn your culture, learn what your people spoke. You know what I'm saying? It's biblical. It said the Lord. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. The Lord has chosen us to be a special people unto himself. Just like you can see our special people, man. You see brothers in the Isupk, man, very special people. Man, they're the real superheroes. I seen a video. One of our brother on the street said, "Man, y'all the real heroes, man, because we out here waking our people up to the oppression that they live in, suffering every day." It's a beautiful thing to wake your people up, because you actually waking your people up. Sometimes people say, "Oh, you might be yelling at your people." You wake your people up because you love your people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about you thinking, "Oh, I'm yelling at him." It's not about that. It's about you loving your people and telling them, "Hey, man, you're a holy person unto the Lord thy God. You shouldn't be out here smoking weed. You shouldn't be out here doing other drugs. You shouldn't be out here prostituting, sis. You shouldn't be out here selling weed. You shouldn't be out here selling crack. You are a holy people." You see these superpowers, like I was going into, like you see the brothers in the Isupk waking people up. Then I can give you another definition of why the Lord called. You see a holy people. You see how there is no African LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? There's no African Beyonce. They don't match our people. They cannot. Because the Lord called us a special people. And we got to understand that. We are a special people unto the Lord thy God. We ain't just that so-called Negro that everybody thinks, oh, the white man might call a criminal, or whatever the Hispanics that you, Hispanic, they might call us thugs and predators. We're none of that. We are not any of that. So, we have to wake up, get into these classes, start learning the Lashawan, start learning the brotherhood class, start learning the law class, start learning the laws. Come in the scripture breakdown. You may read the Bible at home and misinterpret it. This is why you got the scripture breakdown, where you come in and you have a captain of the Isupk. In the case we have Captain Qadash, who's a mighty man that can break down these scriptures for you, so you can be edified about it. You know what I'm saying? But it takes brotherhood. That's what it's about, being a good brother, waking your people up, loving your people. You know what I'm saying? And that shows the holy people, the separate people that the Lord called. We are chosen to be this nation. He could have gave it to any other people, but he gave it to the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to go into the alphabets again. This is in the Assyrian. This is A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, Ka. You see, the Ka has a double character in it. Has a double character. This is the beginning character, and this is the ending character. This character right here can be used anywhere it can be used in the beginning of the word or in the middle of the word. This character can only be used at the end of the word. You see this, and I'll show it to you when we go into the vocabulary, when we write it out. La, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, qua, ra, sha, ta. That's how you will write it in the Assyrian. I'll go over the sounds again. Just give me time. If you are writing it out, and, you're taking your time, that's great, man. Just be encouraged. Stay on it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a never-ending thing. You can always sharpen your game up, going back and writing it over. I mean, you can learn the Lashawan Qadash and forget how to write certain things. This is why it's good to keep writing it out. Exercise yourself. Go ahead and write it out when you have time. We have time all day to play PlayStation, watch football games, watch different things. Take the time out to learn your heritage, learn your language, how to write in your language. You know what I'm saying? Because these other heathens, they've tried to learn your language and take over your language and put their face on it. When in actuality, they are not the faces of this language. The Lord did not ordain them to have this language. This language is yours, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. This is your language. So it's good for you to get edified in your language. Take the time out and teach yourself. I mean, don't teach yourself. Come learn. Get in class and learn. And then go home and write it out and exercise it. So it makes it a lot easier for you to get proper understanding. I'm going to go ahead and go back over the sounds again of the alphabet. This is A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Qua, Ra, Sha, Ta. And these are the sounds of the Lashawan. So when you see a lot of people saying Yahweh and all that and all these weird names, it's not biblical. And they need to get in class. If you believe, you say Yah and all this, Yahweh, and you kind of going with some things that you've been taught from the internet, this is why it's good to get proper understanding. Because you're not going to write Yahweh and make it the Lord's name. That is not his name. His name, you want to call it Jesus Christ, his name biblically would be Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And the Lord God, his name would be Yahweh.
That's right.
And and they are not the same people. They are different people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't keep the Christian mentalities. To me, when I hear a person say Yahweh, I think it's just a uneducated Christian that thinks a little deeper. You know what I mean? His name is not Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh. It's not Yahweh. Right? Yahweh or Yahshua for me in the Lashawan. For one, there's no U's in the Lashawan. So don't use Yeshua as your plateau of saying his name. It's not. Think a little deeper and get in class and learn the Lashawan, which is the holy tongue, and you can understand the language a little more proper and be edified. Go ahead.
And when you do something like that, when you change the Lord's name, would that be considered to add away or take away from the Bible? And that's a real big sin.
Don't add to his name. Learn his name. It's biblical. Don't be weak and get because I was into the internet and I thought I knew something. I was still getting high, watching the internet and getting deep on it. Like, this is it. That's not what it is, man. You actually got to get in class and study and get your proper understanding. The first thing about learning is being quiet and listen. You know, get rebuilt up. Come into the Isupk. Let these brothers rebuild you up so you get the proper understanding, man. This school has been here since 1969, and Commanding General Yohanan's been holding this school down and been waking many. We have different chapters. We got brothers in different states. That we have schools in all states around the United States, and we have schools in certain countries. You can find in Haiti, you can find a school in Jamaica, you can find a school in the UK. You know what I'm saying? The brothers are getting woken up, and they're not going. And if I say something right here, if you go to the UK and ask them, it's the same. They're gonna give you the same answer I gave you because we're under one accord. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, you know what I'm saying? We have to be one body. In fact, we one West. You know what I'm saying? We started 125th Street in Harlem, New York. You know what I'm saying? Under Commanding General Yohanan. But we are one body.
That's right.
You know, in this body, we have the same answers. We don't switch up either. We are not body. You know what I'm saying? So understand that when you talk to me about, you ask me a question, you're gonna get that same answer from another brother because this was passed down. For many generations, and you would want to get this proper understanding because you see a lot of these other so-called schools, they try to teach you the same thing as us, but those are just the dropouts of the school, the original school. We are the original school. We are that original body, and we haven't gone anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We're still here waking our people up. So you might want to just get right, stop thinking of that Yahshua, that Yahweh. Even certain terminology of saying shalom, it's not shalom. You know what I'm saying? It's shalom. That's SHALAM. It's not shalom. Shalom. I wouldn't even want to figure out how you spell it. I know how to spell it, but it's not peace. That's just you adding on to. That's you adding on to it, and you're not even supposed to add on. Don't be rebellious, man. Be one West. Be original, man. The original school. I'm going to go into it one more time, and then we're going to go into the vocabulary. It's A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Ta. And those are the sounds of the Lashawan written in the Assyrian. That's how you would write it in the Assyrian. And so, like I said, some of these words have double characters. This is the beginning, or this can be used in the middle of the sentence. This is always used at the end. Can be used in the beginning, in the middle, or this is always used at the end. I'll show you when I go into the vocabulary so you can follow along and you can get properly edified on how to use these characters. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. And then
Sir.
Yeah, come.
I had a precept if I could.
Okay, go ahead.
What you were saying as far as doing the proper name of the Lord. Like this one says, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the way thereof are the ways of death.
Right. You see certain things you see in classes, they're like, oh, I see this, and many people are saying that. And it's not biblical. It's just the way that you see it because you're a man. You don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting a proper understanding. And those ways can cause you death. You might be meeting the Lord that day, and then you calling him something else.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to answer you because you sitting there, call out his name, and you thinking, oh, I know so much. I didn't hear what them brothers got to say, but I'm going to call him whatever I want to call him. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't going to answer you. And that day you need to call on his name properly to get that blessing. Because you were blind. You didn't want to hear your brothers out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and read that again, though. That was heavy, man.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Man, you cannot lean to your own understanding. Man, get properly taught. There's nothing wrong being in all black and being rebuilt up, man. And the ways it seem to you like I could do it by myself. I study the Bible by myself, man. No. There's certain things that you just couldn't even grasp. I done had a dude tell me I was crazy. And I said, man, you know what? You just don't understand the Bible. He was talking about, oh, Adam and Eve was the only people in the garden. I'm like, and I tried to explain to him the trees were different nations. That man didn't want to hear. I was like, you know what? Look, and I had to just tell him. He asked me what my education was. He said, I told him, I said, you think I need the damn colonial, I said, you think I need colonial education to prove my intelligence? I said, you wrong. I said, you know what, the hell with that white man. And he said, oh, you crazy. He said, oh, you crazy. You know what? Crazy for the Lord. That's what I will be. And you just crazy as hell, period. You know what I'm saying? Get in tune with getting understanding, man. Learn this with your brothers. Don't sit here and just think, oh, I'm going to read the Bible. I heard brothers say, oh, I done read the Bible back and forth. Nigga, you was in jail. You didn't have nothing else to do. But you know what I'm saying? I heard brothers say this. I read it back and forth. Nigga, but you didn't understand nothing in it. You didn't understand nothing in that Bible. You were just sitting reading it, passing time. You know what I'm saying? We ain't passing time, man. This knowledge is being passed to my children and to my brothers, and my brothers passing me knowledge. We getting this together, man, to learn how to be righteous people. I'm going to go into the vocabulary. Last week I ended on intimate. Now I'm going to the next word is into. The word for into in the Lashawan is av. The next word is invade. The word for invade in the Lashawan is lash. The next word is investigate. The word for investigate in the Lashawan is kakwar. Kakwar is investigate. Now, if you want to come up and write this out in write this out in the ancient and in the Assyrian, Bokashah, which means please. You think I should have spaced it so you could have?
That's good.
Okay. That's why it's so heavy to have. If you have a chart in front of you, if you need a chart, you can go ahead and put it in the comment board. I can send you a chart, it's no problem. I send it to you via Messenger, or if you put it in the YouTube, put your email in there, and I can send it to you that way. You think you write a little higher so you can, you know what I'm saying? So, because I should probably put more space in it. I'll do it next time. So you can write the Assyrian right under it.
Yeah. Yeah, these people kill. I'm about to fire over this one.
See that I? So like you see that I at the top? You gotta change it to an I. Oh, you should open my crap. It should be right next to the radio. Yes. What's that? Okay, look on that. Load it down. Let's see what this is at. Okay, this video too, I can see it. I'll call you. Yeah, there's no video. Call me for video. Show me the video what you're talking about. Not show you. Huh? Hey, Shalom says, if you can, Baba Kashab, if you can please like and share the class. What? That's it. The word is Salaki. The word is into. In the Lashawan is al. This is the ah, and this is the la. When you see these sounds like this, if you see it like this, when you're writing out the Lashawan and the ancient, this makes the sound singular. Singular. When you see it looking like that, that brings the sounds together, it makes it plural. That brings the sounds together, so it brings the ah and the la together, which makes ah. On the end of the la, it would be instead of the la, it would be L. It would make the ah sound silent. So this is ah. This would be, you hear this sound as ah, and this would be la. But when they're put together when they're used plurally, it would be la. I mean al, salaki, al. And this is how you would write the ah, and this is how you would write the la. This is how you would write the la. When you put them together, it makes al. The next word is invade. The word for invade would be pa lodge. And you see how this is written in the English, where it gives the sound off the pa, and then there's the lodge, like the la and the sha was used together, and it makes lash. This would be the pa. What's the pa? Okay, this would be the pa. This would be the la and the sha. When it's put together, would make lash. This is how you would spell. This is how you would say palash in the Lashawan. This is the pa. You see that? That's the singular side right there. What you see is sounded out. That's why I put the dot, because you can see how it's spelled. I mean how it sounds. This is pa, and then this lash. So this is the pa. This sound is singular right here. This is the pa, and then there's the la and the sha. Palash. When it's put together, that's plural. Put the sounds together, lash. This is how it's written, and that's how it's written in the ancient. This is the Assyrian. This is how it's written in the Assyrian right here. This is the Assyrian has a double character. If you have the chart in front of you, this is the double character. This is that beginning. This is that beginning pa, because it has a double character to it. This is the beginning one, and this is that la. This is the pa. This is the beginning character, and then there's the la and the sha. Palash. That's how it would be written in the Assyrian. The next word is investigate. The word for investigate is chakwar. Chakwar is how you would write that. This is the cha. You see how it's singular, and this is the qua. This is the qua right here, and this is the ra. Chakwar. This is how you would say chakwar. There's a qua and then the ra. Kakwar. And you see how that's this right here, this is plural. This is put together. So you put the qua and the ra together, it makes quar. Okay, and that's how it's written in the ancient. And in the Assyrian, this is the ka right here in the Assyrian, and this is the ka, I mean the qua. Salaki, this is the qua, and this is the ra, which makes kakwar, ka-kwar. That's how it would be written in the Assyrian. The word is into. The word for into in the Lashawan is ab. This is how it is written in the ancient, and this is how al is written in the Assyrian. The next word is invade. The word for invade is palash. The word palash, this is how it is written in the ancient. This is how palash is written in the Assyrian. The next word after that is investigate. The word for investigate in the Lashawan is kakwar. This is how kakwar is written in the ancient. This is how kakwar is written in the Assyrian. The next word is iron. The word for iron in the Lashawan is ba, ra, zal. Barazal. That's how you would write iron in the Lashawan. The next word is irrigate. The word for irrigate is sha qua. Shaqua is how you would write irrigate. The next word is it. The word for it in the Lashawan would be ha, wa, ah. Hawa would be like it. How you would say it in the English is what? Hawa ah. Hawa ah is how you would say it. I'm gonna have the brother come up and he's gonna write it out in the ancient and the Assyrian. Yeah, this is I said it's a beautiful thing to learn your heritage. Learn how to write in your heritage. A lot of people say a lot of different things telling you, oh, what good is that? Oh, this is the white man's Bible, blah, blah, blah. In fact, this is not the white man's Bible. Don't be confused by all these naysayers saying what they want to say because they feel like they just smart. Get yourself edified, man. Get the proper understanding. I'm gonna show y'all something. Bear with me. Give me a second. Oh, my hallelujah page for this one. When you hear the white, one of these so-called Negroes try to tell you, oh, the Bible was written, the white man wrote the Bible. But in fact, we have a Bible written in the Lashawan. You see that right there? This is the Lashawan. It's written in the ancient. Look, it's the Holy Bible. I'm showing you. This is the Holy Bible. Written in the Lashawan. So, when it comes to these black Negroes talking about all the white man wrote the Bible, how can he write a Bible that was written before it got to the Greek? In the Lashawan. It was translated from the Lashawan into the Greek. You know what I'm saying? Get proper understanding, man. Don't be confused by these people. They don't know what they be talking about half the time. Okay, the word is iron. The word for iron in the Lashawan is barazal. This is the ba. This is the ra. You see how they're singular? So it gives the sound out. You see how it's written in the English? Barazal. This is the ba. This is the ra. This is the za and the la put together, which makes zal. So barazal. This is how it's written in the ancient. How it's written in the Assyrian. Let me show you. This is the ba. This is the ra. This is the za. And this is the la. Barazal. That's how you would write it in the Assyrian. The next word is irrigate. The word for irrigate is shaqwa. Shaqwa. This is the Shah. This is the Assyrian, right? I mean the ancient Salakia. This is Shah. This is the Kwa. And this is the Ha. Which makes Kwa. You see how this is singular? It gives off its own individual sound, the Shah. And when you see it looks like when you see that right there, that makes it plural, brings the sounds together. So it makes Shah. That makes Kwa Ha. Makes Kwa. This is how it's written in the Assyrian. This is the Shah. This is the Shah. This is the Kwa. And this is the Ha. Shaqwa. The next word is it. The word it is Hawa'a. That's how you would say it. Hawa'a. You see how Hawa'a? All singular. Hawa'a. That's how you would write it out. That's how it's written in the ancient. And if you have a chart in front of you, it's easy to follow along. So if you need a chart, go ahead and request one. Put it in the comments. I'll send it to you via Messenger. If you are on YouTube, I can also put your email in, and I'll send it to you via email. You know what I'm saying? Just bear with me. So when you're following along with the class, that you're not lost. Unless you're in the beginning of the class and you wrote out the alphabets or you have the chart already, that's awesome. But this is Hawa'a. This is how you write it. That's how you write it in the ancient. In the Assyrian, this is the Ha. This is the Wa. This is the Ah. Hawa'a. The first word that's written is iron. How you would say iron in the Lashawan? Barazal. This is how you would write Barazal in the ancient. This is how you would write Barazal in the Assyrian. The next word is irrigate. The word for irrigate is shakwa. How you write? This is how you write shakwa in the ancient. This is how you write shakwa in the Assyrian. The next word is it. The word for it is hawa'ah. This is how you would write hawa'ah in the ancient. This is how you would write hawa'ah in the Assyrian. Now we're going into the J's. Well, the J's in the English, Lashawan is spelled different. The word would be jaw. The word for jaw is la sa. La sa is how you would write jaw in the Lashawan. The next word is Jerusalem. The word for Jerusalem is Ya Ra Sha Lam. Ya Ra Shalom. Ya Ra Shalom is how you would say Jerusalem in the Lashawan. The next word is Jew. The word for Jew in the Lashawan is Ya Ha Wa Da. That's how you would write Jew. Like my name is Kapar Bun Yahawada. That means he is clean, the son of Israel, son of Judah. This is how you would say Jew, Yahawada. Oh, Salaki, it would be Kapar Bun Yahawada Bun Yasharah. That's how you would say he is clean, the son of Jew, son of Israel. Oh, brother, if you can come up and write it out. In the ancient, in the Assyrian, Babakashah, which means please. And it's fine, you know, brother, we take our time and we learn our heritage. We stay doing these classes. This class is not going to ever stop. When we're doing these classes of the kingdom come, we're going to be edifying our people on the Lashawan, on this holy tongue. Because we are a mighty people, and we do have our own language. It's just that we haven't been really taught our language until the ISUPK taught us this language. Believe me, we are undefeated in debates. So there's nobody can come against us. We have not lost to anybody, not to your Kemetic groups, not to your Scientology groups, not to your imams, not to your Muslims. They've all come against us and they've all lost. We have a champion scholar in our school, which name's Captain Cesaria, and he's undefeated. And he represents the ISUPK. Remember, we are one body. So when I speak and say we're undefeated, we are undefeated. So don't think that nobody's ever came against us and questioned anything and got their hat rang to them and they got edified with this. That's a beautiful thing to be correct. There's nothing wrong with correction. You should want to be corrected when you're wrong. But this is why we study this. We stay doing this every week. These doors stay open. We're not the Christian church. When COVID-19 came, we didn't close the doors. Our school stayed open, and we stayed teaching the people. Classes stayed up, and we stayed edifying our people. And this is what we have to do. We have to be mighty men and mighty women of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And keeping this truth going. Sisters teaching their children, brothers teaching other men. It never stops, man. This class, like I said, these doors stay open. I'm teaching the Lashawan Qadash for Southern California. And I'm going to make sure that I'm here teaching these classes. The word is Shah. In the Lashawan, Jah is Lasaf. This is how you would write the La, and this is the Sa, and this is the Ta. You see how this is singular? We put the Sa and the Ta together, it makes Sa. That's how you would write it in the ancient. The word Jah is Lasaf. This is the La right here. And this is in the Assyrian. This is the Sa. And this is the Ta. Makes Lasaf. The word is Jerusalem. The word for Jerusalem is Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim. This is the Yah. This is the Ra and the Wa, which makes Ra. You see how these words came together? Because this makes it singular. This is plural. This brings the sound together. You see how this is connected? That makes it plural. So you would put the Ra and the Wa together, which makes Ra. Then you have the Sha, and you have the La and the Ma put together, which makes La. So it's Yerushalayim. Okay, that's how it's written in the ancient. This is how you would write it in the Assyrian. This is the Yah, this is the Ra, and the Wa, which makes Ra. This is the Sha, this is the La, and this is the Ma. This is the second character of the Ma. This is when you use that second character right at the end. So if you have the chart in front of you, you see this is the second character. So that is Yah, Ra, Sha, La. That's how you would write that in the Assyrian. The next word is Jew, Yahawada. This is the Yah. This is the. You see how these are singular? Yah, Ha, Wa. This is the Da and the Ha. which put together, you see, this makes a plural. You see that right there? That side makes a plural. So you put the da and the ha together, which makes da. So it's Yahawada. That's how you would write it in the ancient and in the Assyrian. This is the Ya, this is the Ha, this is the Wa, this is the Da, and this is the Ha, which makes Yahawada. The word is jaw. Jaw. The word for jaw in the Lashawan is Lasad. This is how you would write Lasad in the ancient. This is how you would write Lasad in the Assyrian. The next word is Jerusalem. The word for Jerusalem in the Lashawan is Yarashalam. Yarashalam. The word for Yarashalam, this is how it is written in the ancient. This is how Yarashalam is written in the Assyrian. The next word is Jew. The word for Jew in the Lashawan is Yahawada. This is how you would write Yahawada in the ancient. This is how you would write Yahawada in the Assyrian. The next word is jewel. The word for jewel in the Lashawan is Quashat. Quashat is how you would say jewel in the Lashawan. The next word is job. The word for job is Ibawada. Ibawada is how you would say job in the Lashawan. The next word is joint. The word joint is parak. That's how you would say joint in Lashawan is parak. I'm going to have the brother come up. He's going to write these words out in the Lashawan as well as the Assyrian. Anybody's on here and you want to, if you have any questions about any words, go ahead and feel free to put it in the comment board. Try to get something answered for you. No sweat. Any of you guys missing a chart, you need a chart, I can send it to you via Messenger, or if you're on YouTube, just put your email in and I'll try to get it back to you promptly. That's no sweat. Brother up here doing a great job, man. A lot of helping me with this class, man. Appreciate it. A lot of people might, oh, I can't do it. Yeah, if you have a chart in front of you, you can pretty much learn. You just gotta get the proper understanding on how to write it out and where these words are used. You see how we write it out in the English from left to right. You see how the brother's writing it out. He's writing it out from right to left. So you would read it from right to left in the Lashawan. It's fine when you write it out, take your time, do whatever, however, it's not a race. You want to make sure you're writing everything out properly. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you're gonna be corrected. Brothers correct me sometimes. They get on here and be like, "Hey, Shalash, dude, here you misspelled something." And I have to get it right. There's nothing wrong with correction. Correction is perfect. So all the brothers doing is making you perfect at doing what you should do. That's right. The word is jewel. The word for jewel is quashat. This is the qua, the sha, and the. You should write at the top. This is the top. No, it's to it. That's how you would write it. This is the qua, the sha, and the ta. Quashat. This is how you see how it's singular. This makes it singular. This is for the singular. That's not for the singular. This right here is the plural, so it brings the sha and the ta together, which makes shat. That's how you would write it in the ancient, in the Assyrian. You would write it would be the qua, the sha, and the ta. That's how you would write quashat. This is the qua, the sha, and the ta. Quashat. The next word is job. The word for job is ibawada. Ibawada. This is the I. This is the ba. This is the wa. This is the da. You see, these are all singulars. So it gives you the sound out. Ah, ba, wa. And then the only two that's combined, which makes plural, is the da and the ha, which makes abawa da. Puts those sounds together, da. This is how you would write the I. And this is in the ancient. In the Assyrian, this is how you would write the I. This is how you would write the ba, the wa, and this is the da, and this is the ha. That's how you would write a, ba, wa, da. In the the Assyrian. The next word is joint. The word for joint is parak. The pa, you see a singular, and the ra and the qua put together will make rock. That pa, rock. You see how it's singular, so that's the sound, and then the ra and the qua put together makes rock. That's in the ancient. In the Assyrian, The pa has a double character. You see how he used the first character of the pa? If you have the chart in front of you, it's a little easier for you to understand. The pa, he used the beginning pa, and then he used, and this is ra, and this is the qua, para. The word is jewel. The word for jewel in the Lashawan is kwashat. This is how you would write kwashat in the ancient. This is how you would write kwashat in the Assyrian. The word is job. The word for job is abawada. Abawada. This is how you would write abawada in the ancient. This is how you would write abawada in the Assyrian. The next word is joint. The word for joint is parak. This is how you would write parak in the ancient. This is how you would write parak in the Assyrian. The next word is joy. The word for joy in the Lashawan is shamak. Shamak is how you would say joy in the Lashawan. The next word is judge. The word for judge in the Lashawan is shapat. That's how you would say judge in the Lashawan, shapat. The next word is judgment. The word for judgment in the Lashawan is ma sha pa. That's how you would write judgment. I'm gonna have the brother come up. He's gonna come write it up. He's gonna write it out in the ancient and in the Assyrian. We fly through them. We ain't playing, you getting through them easy. I remember you used to do this around my house. You was on, man. I was dumbfounded like a mug at that time. I'm like, man, what the hell? I don't think I had a chart. I think we was teaching the class. Oscar Ward teaching that class, man. I was in that class like, this is heavy. Okay, done. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I was puzzled at the time. And I was just following the teacher. Then start coming to me. How can I retrieve that video? I need those vocabulary words. This would be my 5th video saved. You could go, I mean, if you might be able to find it on YouTube. Sometimes it's videos like, sometimes we don't save it, but if you definitely want the last week class, I have it on my page. If you go on my Facebook page and look up last week's class, you'll see it. I have it on my, I have it, last week's class saved on my page. That will make it easier. But I see you're on YouTube. You might find it on YouTube. Sometimes he takes it down because the video's blurry or something. But you can definitely find it on my Facebook page. And save it like that. But I appreciate you following along with the class. The word is joy. The word for joy is shemak. This is the sha. You see how it's singular? This is the ma, not ka. When you see it's plural, which makes ma. Shemak. That's how it's written in the ancient. The Assyrian, this is the sha. This is the ma. You see, this is the beginning character of the ma because it's used in the beginning and the middle of the sentence. This is the beginning character of the ma, and this is the ka, which makes shamak. That's how you would write it in the Assyrian. The next word is judge. The word for judge is shapat. This is the sha, this is the pa, and this is the ta. Shapat. You see how the singular sha and the pa and the ta put together, it makes pot. Shapat. And that's in the ancient. In the Assyrian, this is the sha. And you see that this is the sha. And this is the pa. The pa has a double character. And this would be the beginning pa. Write it out. That's how you would write the sha, the pa, and the ta. That makes shapat. Because you would use the beginning character of the pa in the Assyrian. The beginning character is used in the beginning or the middle. So this would be sha, this is the pa, and the ta. Shapat. The next word is judgment. The word for judgment is mashapat. You see the ma, you see a singular, the ma, the sha, singular. Now the pa, this would be the pa, and this would be the ta. Shapat. Ma, sha, and the pa and the ta put together. Ma, sha, pat. Singular, singular, plural. That makes sense to you? This is how you would write this in the, this is how you would write it in the ancient. This is the Assyrian. This is the beginning character of the ma. This is the beginning character. If you have the chart in front of you, this is the beginning character. This is the sha. This is the pa and the ta. Ma, sha. You wrote it right, but you just put that curve on it. You wrote it right, you just put that curve on it. Okay. That's just wow. Wow, I appreciate it. The ma, sha, this would be the first character of the pa. Ma, sha, pa, ta. Mashapat. That's how you would write mashapat in the ancient. The Assyrian. This is how you would write it in the ancient. This is how you would write it in the Assyrian. Remember, this would be the first character of the ma. If you have it's a double character. This would be the first character that you would use. And this would be the sha. The pa has a double character as well. This is the first character. It's not at the end, so you wouldn't use the end character. You would use the first character. So it's ma, sha, pa, ta. Mashapat. The word is joy. The word for joy is Shemach. This is how you would write Shemach in the ancient. This is how you would write Shemach in the Assyrian. The next word is judge. The word for judge is Shaphat. This is how you would write Shaphat in the ancient. This is how you would write Shaphat in the Assyrian. The next word is judgment. The word for judgment is Mashaphat. This is how you would write Mashaphat in the ancient. This is how you write Mashaphat in the Assyrian. The next word is justice. The word for justice is like the word for justice is Tazadak. Tazadak is how you would say justice. I mean, justice, the word for justice in the Lashawan is Tazadak. Now, we're switching to another one. We're going into the K's. The word is keep. The word for keep is Shamar. Shamar is how you would, keep is how you would say, the word for keep in the last one is Shamar. The next word is key. The word for key in the Lashawan is ma pa ta. Ma pa ta. That's how you would say keep in the Lashawan. Might the brother come up and write out in the ancient and the Assyrian. We got brothers in the school, Tazadak. I remember that. That's the brother's name, Mashapat. We got a brother, Shipot. Man, heavy names. We got some heavy, beautiful names, man. Fits these brothers well, too. Time you get a name in the Isupk, man, these names are biblical. Given to you, man. It's passed down to a brother from the Lord. And people say, oh, the Lord used it. Yeah, the Lord always used a brother. The Lord used Moses to bear witness to the people. word for key is Mapadah. Mapadah. The word justice is tazadah. This is tazah, da, qua. You see a singular? That's tazah. This is the da and the qua put together with dak. Tazadah. Singular, plural. Singular, plural. Remember that singular. So the sound is tazah and then da and the qua, dak. That's how you would write it in the ancient. In the Assyrian, this is the tazah. The tazah has a double character. This is the beginning character of the tazah. This is the da, and this is the qua. The double. This is the first character of the tazah. So use that. You have the chart in front of you. It makes it a lot more understandable because in the Assyrian it has a double character on some of the alphabets. This is, and it has a beginning character or in the used in the middle of a word, and then there's an ending character that you use at the end of that word, the very end. So this is the beginning character, the tazah, the da, and the qua, da. That's how you would write it in the Assyrian. The next word is keep. The word for keep is shamar. This is the sha, you see how it's singular, and this is the ma and the ra, which makes mar. When they're put together, it makes mar. Then you make that plural, it makes mar. That's how you would spell shamar in the ancient. For the Assyrian, this is the sha, this is the ma, this is the double character. Use the beginning character of the ma. This is sha, ma, ra. This is how you would spell shamar in the Assyrian. The next word is key. The word for key is mapadah. This is this is the ma, this is the pa, this is the da, this is the kha, which makes mapadah. That's how you would write it. You see the da and the kha put together makes da. You see a singular, plural, put the words together. The da and the kha put together makes, and then the rest of the kha will be silent because you're only using the ch, the da. So this would be masha dak. That's how you would write it in the ancient. In the Assyrian, it's the beginning character of the ma as a double character. And the pa, you see the pa is a double character as well. These are both the beginning characters. Even though this is second, it's not. The beginning characters are used in the beginning or the middle, never at the end. The beginning character. There's the second character is only used at the end of a word. So ma, pa, this is the da, and this is the kha. This is how you would write ma, pa, da, da. That's how you would write ma, pa, da, da. These kind of look similar, but they're not. If you got the chart in front of you, this is why it's written like this. Ma, pa, da. That's how you would write it in the Assyrian. The word for justice is tazadah. This is how you write tazadah in the ancient. This is how you write tazadah in the Assyrian. The next word is keep. The word for keep in the Lashawan, Qadash, is shamar. This is how you would write Shamar in the ancient. This is how you would write Shamar in the Assyrian. The next word is key. The word for key is mapatah. This is how you would write mapatah in the ancient. This is how you would write mapatah in the Assyrian. The next word is kidney. The word for kidney in the Lashawan is ka la ya. Kala ya. That's how you would write kidney in the Lashawan. The next word is kill. The word for kill is ha ra. That's how you would write kill in the last one, hara. The next word is kin, like kinfolk. The word for kin is kwa ra wa. That's how you would write kin in the last one is kwa ra wa. Kwa ra is how you would write kin in the last one. I'm going to have the brother come up. He's going to write it. He's going to write these out in the Lashawan and in the ancient. I mean, the ancient and the Syrian Salakia.
Is it gentleman real quick?
Smashed out. Man, Most High of Christ. I have to watch for everybody tuning in, man. Please like to share the class. You know, for all Israel, especially in Isupk, brothers following along, sisters following along, to learn this Lashawan Qadash. You know, it's a biblical tongue, it's the holy tongue. It is passed down to us from the Lord. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You want to get edified on this, especially up and coming officers. You want to get your penmanship sharp on your Lashawan. You know what I'm saying? You want to get yourself ready to be writing this out. You know what I'm saying? Because soon you'll be teaching your own classes. You know what I'm saying? Quicker you get to your officership, man, you get up on that podium. You know what I'm saying? I know that's big, and you know what I mean. The Isupk, man, to get up there. speak the words, man, prophesy from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. Put that camera down. I know y'all probably can't see that bottom. Man, wow. I appreciate it. Guys up here doing this thing, man. I gotta give it up for my boy Swap. Up doing a glorious job. The word is kidney. The word for kidney in the Lashawan is kalaya. This is the ka. The ka. This is the la. You see how singular, plural. The plural puts the sounds together, the ya and the ha, which makes ya. This is the ka, the la, and the ya. So you get kalaya. That's for kidney, and that is in the ancient. The Assyrian, this is the ka, and this is the ka in the Assyrian. It's a double character. You see this ka is used in the beginning of the sentence. If you have the chart in front of you, you can see that the ka has a double character. This would be the beginning character. This would be the beginning ka because it's used in the beginning, or it could be used in the middle, but not at the end. So this is why it will be used. This is why this ka will be used. This is the la. This is the ka, the la. This is the ya and the ha. Which makes ka, la, ya. And that's in the Assyrian. The next word is kill. The word for kill is harag. This is the ha, singular, the ra and the ga. It's plural. Put the ra and the ga together, ra. So harag. That's how you would write it in the ancient. This is how you would write it in the Assyrian. This is the ha, this is the ra, and then this is the ga. Harag. Harag is how you would pronounce kill in Lashawan. The next word is kin. The word for kin is ka rawa. This is the ka. The kwa salaki. This is the ka. So it's kwa ra wa. This is the kwa. This is the ra. Singular. You see them? Singular. That's how you would write it. Kwa ra. That's how you would sound it. When you see a singular like that, just how it's written, the kwa ra. That's how you would. Kwa ra and the wa. You see the wa and the ba put together, which makes wa. This makes it plural. You see that plural? Kwa ra wa. That's how you would write it in the ancient. This is how you would write it in the Syrian. This is the kwa. This is the ra. This is the wa. This is the ba. Kwa, ra, wa, ba. Kwa, ra. This is how you would write it in the Assyrian. The word is kidney. The word for kidney in the Lashawan is kalaya. This is how you would write kalaya in the ancient. This is how you would write kalaya in the Assyrian. The next word is kill. The word for kill is harag. The word for harag, this is how you would write it in the ancient. This is how you would write harag in the Assyrian. The next word is kin, like kinfolk. The word for kin is kawawa. This is how you would write kawarab in the ancient. This is how you would write kawarab in the Assyrian. And that's the end of the class. Hey, shalom, b'hashem, Yahushua, barakathum to the brothers. Shalom, ilatah, b'hashem, Yahushua to the sisters. You guys can join us on October the 9th for the closing of the trumpets. What is that?
Feast of Tabernacles.
Slaki, the Feast of Tabernacles. That's the closing of it. And also on the 13th, we have Texas is having their cookout, man. So if y'all know y'all trying to travel, you know, for the Brotherhood, the cookout, man, y'all go ahead and join us. We're gonna be in Texas. Some of the brothers from California going out there to Texas. They go join our brothers and join them in the barbecue. Man, the generals will be there. There'll be a lot of captains there, man. But stay tuned to these classes. Like I said, we have classes from Tuesday to Saturday. Our Tuesday to Friday classes are from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Our Sabbath service is normally at 10:30 to 11:30. And this is my time. Shalom.